Tonight on Season Pass, Central gets a pivotal win in District 3-6A. While Hawks meet Eastland for a top 10 showdown. There's a meeting between the two top teams in Independent six-man, and Lakeview tries to break its losing slump. Later, we hit the hardwood for high school volleyball, and we also have highlights from Angelo State soccer and football. Put your hands together, sit back and relax. Your favorite Sunday night program in the Concho Valley starts right now.
Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.
Welcome everyone to Season Pass, your one-stop shop for everything Concho Valley sports. I'm your host, Ryan Reynolds. Some people call me Deadpool, some call me Green Lantern, but I'll serve as your host tonight. And boy, do we have a lot of action to talk about. We have highlights from 9 high school football games, as well as final scores from those Concho Valley teams that were on the road. We also have high school volleyball and tennis to talk about as well. And we'll dive in some Angelo State action before announcing our player of the week. So let's go ahead and get right into it, starting with the game right down the loop at San Angelo Stadium, where the Central Bobcats met LD Bell in a big District 3-6A matchup, with the result having a huge impact on the district standings. So out to San Angelo Stadium we go. The Bobcats ready for the Blue Raiders. Second quarter, no score, second and goal for the Blue Raiders. Christian Gadsden takes it in from 3 yards out for the touchdown. 7-0, LD Bell leads. And then the Bobcat offense, well, they're going to go ahead and try and get something going. Malachi Brown, we all know he can run. How about this one? A 14-yard run from him. That's a first down, moving the chains down the sideline, which also would set up this nice pass to Tanner Dabbert. That will be a 19-yard strike. Bobcats tie the game at 7. Central, they go on to win 42-21, the final score. The Bobcats are 3-2 in district play. Which brings us to Friday's game of the week. The number 7 Eastland Mavericks taking on the second-ranked Wall Hawks. Both teams undefeated. Both teams looking for a stranglehold on District 3-3A. Can the Hawks stay undefeated in a tough home matchup? Number 2 Wall taking on number 7 Eastland. The winner, likely the District 3-3A champion at the end of the season. First quarter, and the Wall passing game has been oddly clicking the past few weeks. Mason Fuchs connects with Connor Durschke for the touchdown. A run-heavy offense finds the end zone through the air. Wall leads 7-0, but Eastland, they're going to answer. 4th and 1 for the Mavericks. Baron Morton hands it to Anthony Bonilla, and he does the rest. He can taste the end zone, and he finds it. Wall would block the PAT. Hawks still in front, 7-6. Very next drive for Wall. Fuchs fakes the dive and pitches it out to Cinch Dickey. He's in. Wall up 14-6, and the Hawks take it. They stay undefeated, 28-14. The Ballinger Bearcats, part of an 18 district, the largest district for any Concho Valley team. Ballinger battled Merkel on Friday, trying to continue their 2-game winning streak. So let's get to the highlights. And there weren't many from Merkel in the first half. Badgers with the ball on their first drive. They get a good run from Preston Jackson towards the sidelines. He's pushed out of bounds. And the Ballinger Bearcats, they take over from there. Bearcats inside the 10. James Washington looks down the field, lets it fly. He finds Weston Rollwitz, and he will run it in for 6. Ballinger in front after the extra point, which brings us to the very next possession for the Bearcats. It's going to be Rollwitz again, this time on the handoff. Takes it in from one 10-yard line to the other. Look at him go, showing off those jets. Definitely faster than me for finally being taken down. And his buddy Cooper Bean, he finishes it off from there. He takes the handoff and rumbles into the end zone to extend Ballinger's lead. And the Bearcats, they never looked back. Ballinger wins 53-28. The Lakeview Chiefs started the season 3-0, and, well, then things took a sour turn. After their best start since 1983, the Chiefs have lost 5 in a row. They had an open week to recuperate, however, before kicking off district play last night against the defending champion Seminole Indians. Not last night, actually on Friday. Lakeview on the road at Seminole. Chiefs trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. First quarter, Jarrett Bagwell's pass goes off the hands of Kason Andrews in the end zone. The Indians settle for a field goal to lead 16-0. Second quarter, Jason Mija takes the handoff and goes in untouched for the score. Indians go up 26-0. But the Chiefs, they finally get on the board later in the second. Alan Salazar runs it in for Lakeview. Seminole built a big lead, and Lakeview couldn't match it. Seminole wins 47-28. Lakeview loses its 5th straight game. They will host Andrews next Friday. TLCA hosting Anson, and this one will be a one-sided affair and not in the Eagles' favor. First drive for the Tigers, Drew Hagler with the quick pass to the flats to Daniel Davis for the first score of the game. Tigers go up 6-0 after the PAT. On the Tigers' very next possession, Jacob Garza takes the handoff up the middle. Anson, they increase their lead to 13-0. The Tigers just continuing to pile it on, and they do just that in all three phases of the game. Take a look at this next play. Eagles punting in dangerous territory and is blocked by Joe Galvan. And this would lead to a quick score as Hagler takes it in off a quarterback sneak. Tigers extend the lead to 20-0. Anson, they down TLCA Kobe style, 81-0. The final in that one. Taking a look at some other scores from around the Concho Valley. The struggle continues for Grape Creek. The Eagles fall to Cisco 53-0. Grape Creek is now 0-5 in District 4-3A. They'll take on Merkel, who we just saw earlier, Friday at 7:30 p.m. The Broncos of Sonora, they fall to Comfort 17-14. Sonora now 1-2 in district will battle Johnson City on Friday. And how about those Brady Bulldogs? Brady, they down Blanco 28-21 for its third straight win in District 13-3A. Brady is 3-0 in district. We'll take that record to Comfort on Friday. Kickoff time set for 7:30 p.m. And then the Mason Punchers, they stay perfect in District 14-2A. They beat Center Point on Friday 42-0. Punchers have a date with Harper on Friday. Not done yet. Coming up on Season Pass, we take a look at Cristoval and El Dorado, as well as some six-man action. All that when we return.
Room for my best friends.
Ready, Mojo?
Safety.
Security.
Parkability.
Good gas mileage.
Road trip.
Keeps me young.
Headroom.
Whatever reason you have for wanting an SUV, with 4 to choose from, Chevy has the perfect SUV for you. Get over $4,200 below MSRP on this 2020 Equinox. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hey, you're late.
I was just getting more Dr. Pepper.
Is that Dijon mustard? Are you seeing another grill?
No.
Was it her? What does she have that I don't?
She has an onion volcano. Look.
She uses propane. This is natural, girl.
Tastes the same to me.
What?
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
The rule of three states, things that come in threes are inherently more appealing. We couldn't agree more. Three SUVs, one GMC. Get over $7,200 below MSRP on this 2019 GMC Acadia Denali. Plus, get over $1,000 additional purchase allowance when you finance through GM Financial. Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Wish we could afford to buy new furniture.
What is this?
It's your breakthrough from Conn's Home Plus. Conn's Low Payment Finder finds the lowest payment tailored to you. Good credit or building credit.
Wow!
And now during Cashbacktober, get your tax back. Up to $500 on your furniture purchase, plus an additional $200 when you add a TV. Get cashback offers all month long during Cashbacktober at Conn's Home Plus.
Welcome back to Season Pass. We shift gears to 2A football, more specifically District 8 2A, where both Cristoval and El Dorado were in action on Friday. We start in Cristoval, where the Cougars are taking on district rival Menard. Cue the highlights. First quarter, Cristoval driving. Braid Wilcox takes the snap himself and solo dolos his way in for 6. But hey, it's all going to come back because of a hold. So let's go ahead and run it back and do it all again. Same drive. This time Wilcox throws it and connects on the screen with Josh Fava. He takes it in for the touchdown. Cristoval leads 7-0. But Menard, they would try and respond, though. Jasper Salas takes the direct snap, rolls right, and then switches the field. He gets close to a first down. Menard's offense would not score on that drive, however, and Cristoval takes it 58-14. El Dorado coming off a huge 70-0 win over Miles last week, taking on Rock Springs. First quarter, El Dorado up 7-0. Kevin Cabarrubias fires it downfield for Cooper Metter. A good gain for El Dorado, and this offense has a tendency to click like clockwork, but later in the drive, Cabarrubias, he's going to go ahead and get dragged down and throw it up anyways. It's picked by Rock Springs. No points for El Dorado. Just a questionable decision from Covarrubias, and the Eagles defense, they go ahead and they force a punt, and Cooper Metter does the rest. He's going to field this short punt, gets to the sideline, and takes it to the house. Eagles go up 14-0. El Dorado picks up another shutout victory, 42-0. A 1 versus 2 matchup is a dream matchup for fans. That's what we got in Erie and County. And Baird, the Hornets, #1 in Independent six-man. Baird, #2. This could be a preview of the Independent State Championship game. But would the matchup deliver the drama we all expected? Hornets, they're hosting Baird, and right away Baird strikes first. A 5-yard touchdown run by Rylan Rogers. Bears lead 8-0. Both teams playing in their first six-man season in a long time. And then the Hornets, they're going to answer. Osiel Garza gets the pitch, rounds the corner, truck stick, tiptoeing in the end zone. Game tied at 8. Still in the first quarter. Back and forth in the first half. Rogers with the carry again, and there's no one there to stop him. 45 yards to the end zone. Baird retakes the lead 16-8. And then the next possession, we're now in the second quarter. The Hornets respond. Garza with another big run, breaks the tackle and into the end zone. That tied it at 16. And Baird knocks off #1 Erie and County. The Bears win 46-24. #8, Sterling City hosting district rival Highland out at Eagle Stadium into the first quarter. The Eagles get on the board first. Hudson Cox with the pitch to Cross Niddle. Eagles lead 8-0. Second quarter now, we're going to have flash forward. The end around by Chance Ferguson. He's going to go ahead and break some tackles and keep going for the score. Eagles now lead 16-0. Still in the second, Highland, Rylan Garrett. He's going to grab the ball, but he's going to fumble it, scooped up by Raul Sanchez. He's brought down in the red zone. And then Niddle, he finishes it off like he's been doing all season long, a touchdown run. Eagles lead 24-0, and Sterling City runs away with it, 54-6. Let's go ahead and bring that high school football scoreboard up one last time. Junction downs Harper 34-16. The Eagles now 2-1 will travel to Brackett on Friday. Some six-man scores. Robert Lee handles business against Bront 68-24. The final. Steers will take on Paint Rock on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Speaking of Paint Rock, they take an L against Very Best, 52-18, the score there. Like I mentioned earlier, Paint Rock will take on Robert Lee this week, while Very Best has a date with Eden. And then Blackwell, the #4 Hornets, continue their dominant season with a 50-0 shutout win over Moran. Blackwell will take on Trent on Friday. Kickoff time for that one also set for 7:30 p.m. And that wraps up week 9 of the high school football season. Fans of the show know exactly what time it is. It's time to roll it all back in this week's Concho Valley Rewind.
% is great on new cars and trucks, but it's monumental when you find 0% on used cars and trucks, and you can only find that at Jim Bass.
Get a 2019 Mazda CX-3, or a 2019 Jeep Cherokee, or a 2016 Subaru Forester Premium. Your choice, just $18,988 or only $317 a month.
Don't miss this opportunity at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston Hart and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I sold gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
At least your Buick's locked.
At the heart of every Buick Encore is you. Texas residents get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Buick Encore for around $199 per month. Or get just over $4,300 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore Preferred.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Welcome back to Season Pass. Tuesday night means volleyball in the Concho Valley. So let's go ahead and kick it off with Tuesday action. Lakeview hosting Greenwood. Lakeview trying to end a district losing streak. First set, Maidens down 23-17. Monica Escondon's shot is blocked, but Dalia Moreno is there to put it back for the kill. A beautiful, beautiful play from her. A few plays later, set point Rangerettes. But the Maidens don't quit. Moreno with another kill, 24-21, Greenwood in front. But the Rangerettes would finally close out the set. The Maidens can't get a hold of Kennedy Dove's shot. Greenwood takes the first set, 25-21. Second set now, set point for Greenwood, but the Maidens keep the set going with the kill from Michaela Wagner. Scores 24-14. Lakeview would eventually drop the set. Emma Guevara's hit goes into the net. Rangerettes take the second set, 25-14. And Lakeview, they go on to get swept by Greenwood, 3-0. Some more Friday action. Wall, they've been dominant all season long. They swept Brady in straight sets, and then the Central Lady Cats, they picked up a district win over LD Bell. That one also in straight sets. And then turning our attention to yesterday's action on Saturday. Probably the biggest match of the day was out in Miles. The Lady Bulldogs taking on Water Valley. Miles beat the Lady Wildcats earlier this season, but as a score depicts on your television screens, Water Valley gets their revenge. Lady Wildcats down the Lady Bulldogs in 4 sets. The win gives Water Valley the edge when it comes to the 7-2A championship, where they have to take care of business against Paint Rock in the finale on Tuesday. And then we have Very Best. They sweep Paint Rock 3-0. Very Best already having a spot in the playoffs. And then going to the next game, TLCA, they also have a spot in the playoffs. They down Reagan County 3-1. And then Bront, they go ahead and they pick up the sweep on Saturday against Rochelle. Bront also in the playoffs. The seasons are officially over for both the Central and Lakeview tennis teams. Both teams fell in the regional quarterfinal round of the UIL playoffs last week. Central fell to the 18th ranked El Paso Coronado in a 10-6 decision at the Bush Tennis Center in Midland. Lakeview, who came in ranked 16th in the state, fell to 3rd ranked Vernon 10-0 at Abilene Wiley. Congrats to both teams on their successful seasons. Coming up on Season Pass, we step on campus with Angelo State Athletics. Check in on both the Rams and the Bells. Stay with us.
The Pan Can Purple Sale is happening now at Ashley Home Store. Come in for a rest test, get a free Ashley pillow, and $10 will be donated to the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Free bed with purchase of any Tempur-Pedic mattress. Get any size mattress for the price of a twin, only at your Ashley Home Store.
The exceptional licensed plumbers at Superior Services are fully qualified, experienced technicians that can help any plumbing challenge. They repair, they replace, they can fix whatever isn't working. Whether it's a plumbing leak that must be stopped or a water heater that needs to be replaced, Superior Services will end up being your best friend because the quality of work is second to none. So don't keep struggling with a faulty shower head, a leaking toilet, and stop those high water bills. If it isn't working, call Superior Services at 223-5442.
Hi, I'm Mike with the Morrison Supply Showroom. Please come and see me for all your Kohler faucet and fixture needs. The Morrison Supply Showroom, 321 North Main Street, right off the corner of Main and Pulliam, a registered Kohler showroom.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I'm full of gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
Nowadays, ordering coffee is super easy, and so is buying a car during our payment reduction sale. Just log on to bassbunch.com, let us know you want to lower your payment or at least keep it the same, and we'll do the rest.
Right now, you can get a brand new 2019 Ford F-250 4x4 Super Duty, just $39,333.
Don't miss this opportunity at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks. Shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Pan Can Purple Sale is happening now at Ashley Home Store. Come in for a rest test, get a free Ashley pillow, and $10 will be donated to the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Free bed with purchase of any Tempur-Pedic mattress. Get any size mattress for the price of a twin, only at your Ashley Home Store.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Season Pass. The Angelo State soccer team entered last week sitting in the top half of the Lone Star Conference. The Bells had 2 matches last week. The first one coming against Texas A&M Commerce on Thursday. A slow start with some good defending in that one. Only 1 goal scored the entire match. The lone goal coming off a penalty in the 40th minute for the Lions. Which brings us to yesterday's action. The Bells taking on the UT Tyler Patriots. The first ever meeting between the two programs. UT Tyler new to the LSC this season. 14th minute off the set piece. Kaya Benham finds the freshman Cassidy Hill. She heads it in to put ASU on the board. Hill's first goal of the season. Bells lead 1-0. That would be the score at the half. Second half now. Just 8 minutes in, and the Patriots equalize. Ashley Ackroyd gets it past Kira Miller, and we're all tied up. A brand new ball game out at ASU Soccer Field, but Angelo State prevails right here. 65th minute, Trinity Scott finds Chloe Souza. She rips the shot off the volley, and it finds the back of the net. Souza's second goal of the season brings it to 2-1 Bells, and that would be the final. Angelo State picks up the win over UT Tyler on Senior Day. The Bells, now 5-2-1 in the Lone Star Conference, will hit the road to Denton on Thursday to take on Texas Women's University. The Angelo State volleyball team now ranked number 15 in the nation. They had sort of an easy week. ASU usually playing 2 matches. Only had 1 last week, that match against Lubbock Christian last Tuesday, and you see that final right there. The Lady Chaps putting a smudge on the Bells' perfect Lone Star Conference record. Angelo State losing to Lubbock Christian in 4 sets. Kaylin Gilbreth led the way for ASU with 13 kills, while Megan Parker notched 24 assists. The number 15 Bells now 19-2 overall, 11-1 in conference play. We'll be back in action on Friday against Midwestern State. That one's set to begin at 7 p.m. in the Janelle Center. It's also Greek night. After edging out West Texas A&M 17-14 last week, the Angelo State Rams climbed 3 spots to number 22 in the NCAA Division II coaches poll. ASU sits second in the Lone Star Conference, only behind an undefeated Tarleton State, as the Rams hit the gridiron yesterday to take on UT Permian Basin. Let's get to the action. Angelo State 3-0 all-time against the Falcons. First quarter, no score. Payne Solons with a beautiful pass to Lawson Ayo. He goes 61 yards for the first down. That led to a 33-yard field goal by Connor Flanagan. 17 seconds left now in the opening quarter. 10-0 Rams. First and goal for the Falcons. Davian Sutton with a 1-yard rushing touchdown to put the Falcons on the board. 10-7 ASU still on top though. Flash forward to the second quarter. Solons, he's good at throwing the football. He connects with Kiki Chisholm, and Chisholm does what he does best, making defenders miss. Goes up the sidelines and dives into the end zone for the 39-yard touchdown. That caps off a 3-play, 55-yard drive. The Rams extend their lead to 17-7. Just under 1:30 left in the first half. Rams up 24-7. How about some more points? Solon floats it to Austin Landry for another Ram touchdown. A beautiful pass, really. ASU would take a 31-7 lead at the half, and the Rams go on to win big, 65-7 the final in that one. Angelo State improves to 5-1 in the Lone Star Conference, and head coach Jeff Gersh has nothing but love for his defense.
Guys that are very active defensively, very physical. They play with a lot of pride. They fly around. They're a very physical football team. So, I was excited about it, man. Our guys went out and scored 14 points on defense, and we held them to 7. So our defense outscored them on that part of it. But, I'm just proud of the way they played. I'm proud of the way they got prepared all week. The staff did a great job, and that's key. You got to have guys that are coming in and doing a great job with our kids and getting them prepared, and we got that.
The fall sports are making that last turn towards the finish line. You hate to see it. It's crazy how time is flying by. Coming up on Season Pass, we announce our Player of the Week here in the Concho Valley. We also have highlights from World Series Game 5, the NFL, and the NBA. Stay tuned.
Now get 0 for 66 months plus $2,500 total cash back on the 2019 Ford Ranger. Only at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
Room for my best friends.
Ready, Mojo?
Safety.
Security. Parkability.
Good gas mileage.
Road trip.
Keeps me young.
Headroom.
Whatever reason you have for wanting an SUV, with 4 to choose from, Chevy has the perfect SUV for you. Get over $4,200 below MSRP on this 2020 Equinox. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Welcome back to Season Pass. You know the saying, defense wins championships, right? Wall took a commanding lead in District 3-3A with a pivotal win over then number 7 Eastland on Friday, thanks in large part to a flock of Hawks. Although it isn't set in stone, things are looking good for Wall in its pursuit of a 10th straight district title. This week's Player of the Week goes to the entire Wall Hawks defensive unit, and boy did they show out in Friday's 28-14 win over the Eastland Mavericks, spoiling their perfect season in the process. And get this, going into the contest, Eastland averaged 52 points per game and just under 500 yards of total offense. The Hawk defense changed that narrative and held the Mavericks to just 14 points and 267 yards. Linebacker Drew Morrison led the way for Wall with 13 tackles, 7 of them solo, an interception, a pass deflection, and a quarterback hurry. Wall's defense is allowing 8 points per game, and it's a huge reason why the Hawks are a perfect 8-0. Wall will look to continue its dominant defensive play on the road Friday against Breckenridge. Kickoff set for 7:30 p.m. Drew Morrison and the Wall Hawks defense, this week's Player of the Week.
Player of the Week is sponsored by Southwest Pools and Spas.
Deshaun Watson and the Texans hosting the Oakland Raiders. First quarter, 3rd and 6. Derek Carr passes up the middle to Hunter Renfro. He gets away from 2 defenders and nothing but green grass in front of him. He goes the distance, 65 yards for his first career touchdown. 7-0 Raiders with the early lead. Texans trying to get on the board late in the quarter. Deshaun Watson, he finds a wide open Duke Johnson, takes a hit as he steps into the end zone, holds on to the football, all tied at 7. Watson just getting started, and he would heat up in the second half, skipping to the first play in the fourth quarter. 21-13 Oakland leads. Watson rolls to his right and finds an open Darren Fells in the end zone. That makes it a 1-point Raider lead, but they would get it back up to 4. And how about this? Watson, avoiding a tackle, finds Fells again for the 9-yard touchdown. Actually gets kicked in the eye on that touchdown. The Texans hold on to win, though. 27-24 the final. Watson throws for 279 yards and 3 scores. Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers taking on Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Luka, fresh off a triple-double, he takes it there for a first quarter dunk. Mavericks end the quarter on a 15-0 run. Second quarter now. It was great to see Kristaps Porzingis back in action. He drains the step-back tray. He finished with 32 points. But the Trailblazers, they took over in the second half. C.J. McCollum nails the mid-range jumper. And then Lillard, he drives in for the layup. This one went down to the wire. But the Trailblazers pull out the road win, 121-119. Luka Doncic finished 1 assist shy of a second straight triple-double. Game 5 of the World Series ended just about an hour ago, and the Houston Astros, they have their first lead of the series. They take Game 5 7-1 behind a stellar start from Garrett Cole. He pitched 7 innings, striking out 9 and allowing 1 run on 3 hits. Yordan Alvarez also got the start tonight. He went 3 for 3 with a home run in the second inning. The Astros can win the championship on Tuesday. That pretty much wraps up this episode of Season Pass. You can check out all of our content on ConchoValleyHomepage.com. You can also take the content on the go with the Concho Valley Homepage app. It's available on your smartphone's app store. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at KLST Sports and start a conversation. We'd love to hear from you. And while you're tweeting us, set a reminder on your phone to tune in next week. We'll be back at the same time and place. But until then, good night, Concho Valley.
Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.